Pojizny Irland. Zododnie, pojizny de Charles Hoy, pojizny non demokracja, pojizny de Hoy, nizlikni Stalin. Pojizny de Marichis de Charles Hoy, pojizny diktatoria,
Si franchement ça t'est dit, je l'intéresse aujourd'hui, il y a les liaisons dangereuses. On est là, nous sommes pas Charles G.E.U. l'adresse, Joël. Avec Margaret Thatcher et nos 5 pornographies coup d'État. Et maintenant, je vous
Gave birth to twins and mother Chi-Chi, the panda is doing extremely well. Now an era where controversial Taoiseach Charles J. Hockey has been deposed in a palace coup and a quagmire of financial scandals. The irascible Mr. Hockey, compared to Manny to Rasputin, has never shaken off the dark shadow of the gun-running charges he was surprisingly acquitted of. He went down in a maelstrom of political infighting in his ruling Republican Party, Fianna Fáil, who illegally claimed jurisdiction over Northern Ireland against the wishes of the vast majority of its people.
Heute, Republik Irland und die irische Leute hat endlich auf Wiedersehen gesagt zum großes Führer Charles J. Hoy. Ja, der 6 Jahre alt Diktator hat sein ganzes Leben Hitler gemöchtet sein.
They call him the Teflon Taoiseach. That's native Gaelic for premier. And sure, and why wouldn't they? But for fun-loving Iron Man Charles J. Hockey, Irish eyes are not smiling today, as from Bantry to Ballahaddereen, from Kilkenny to Crossmalline, there are 40 shades of opinion about the fall from grace of Ireland's leading political wheeler-dealer, whose past is as dark and murky as a glass of Guinness, the Emerald Isle's traditional black beer. The high-flying, horse-breeding, millionaire former playboy who jets back and forth to his private island off the windswept Atlantic coast, next stop America, has finally fallen foul of a scandal the native wags have dubbed Doherty Gate.
Jesus.
What? Who is it? Have they come for me?
No, it's me, Charlie. I mean, boss. Your faithful old retainer, PJ. Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
No, you're trying to lure me into your trap, aren't you?
No, it's me, PJ, bringing you your complaint. You remember? Murder.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this really you, old friend? Are you still by my side?
Well, of course, CJ. I mean, boss. Didn't I give you your breakfast and your injection not 4 hours ago? Do you not remember?
Oh, faithful PJ. Come here. Up on my knee. Dear old, furry old PJ. Come on.
Stop that now. Stop now. None of that, boss. No more of that now. You'll only be exciting yourself. Now, come on. Lie back on the straw there. Now, there's a good man. Those days are gone. Remember.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yes, PJ, they're all gone.
Yes, yeah.
I could lie down like a tired child till death like sleep might steal o'er me. Will I even be remembered, PJ?
Oh, you'll be that all right. I mean, of course, boss. Remembered and revered. My biography will make sure.
Biography, of course. My official biographer. My Boswell. My Dunphy. How is it going?
Oh, James, it's going great, boss. I've just finished the chapter on the heroic tale of your births and early school days. September 16th, 1925. As the fledgling Irish Free State struggled to find its feet, far away in a dark corner of County Mayo, a drama of terrible beauty was unfolding.
Hush, Alana, hush, your start is nearly upon us now. It'll be the finest, handsomest, sweetest tempered boy that'll be born this night. Wish a hush now. Oh, Nave Podrick and Nave Breed and Nave Dumpling and Nave Governor be with us now. Oh, glory day, August and Engel, 'tis the happiness I'm feeling this holy night. Lemon dear, what's that? Nurse, what's happening?
Sure, it's only the labour. The little fella's ready to pop. Now mind out of my way, would you? And look, there's the hedge. Grab it there, would you, and stop it spinning round. Would you look at the teeth on him? Are they the horns? Well, that's the best yet. Come on now, heave, go, girl. One. Stop that roaring, sure, it's only the one. Mind the blood, would you? And now there's no need for that. Come on. He's nearly out. What? What's the tail that's stuck, is it? Shall we cut that off? There we go. Don't you bite me, you little scab. God, he's a holy terror, isn't he? And he's not even on dry land yet. What'll he be like when he's his own boss, huh?
Meanwhile, curiously enough, at exactly the same moment far north, in the town of Derry.
Well, no one is exactly sure what happened, but there is one eyewitness account of this dramatic incident.
It was terrible, you know. I was walking home in the rain and down the back lane from the shirt factory, and the next thing there was this noise and screaming and blood everywhere, and the poor wee newborn baby in the middle of it all with the men on the dole playing the mother's role, and I said, mind the wee fella.
I see, and then what happened?
Then the whole building collapsed and lightning rent the air and unearthly howls echoed around the streets. It was like the 12th, you know. And I asked myself, my God, I said, what's done is done, what's won is won, where will it all end? I mean, it's all right for you reporters, you don't have to live here.
Of course, but what about the baby?
Well, then the wee baby came smashing through the window, the one up there with the cream lace curtains. The child turned into a ball of fire and soared into the night sky, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell. Now, if you ask me, it's the Unionists are behind it all, the British Army, or maybe Satan himself, who knows?
The meteorological report for that night reads, sunny spells and scattered showers throughout the land, with the slight exception of Mayo and Derry, where there was some evidence of lightning, earthquakes, hurricanes, and perhaps a smattering of fire and brimstone. The ambient temperature rose by 10 degrees, and the death rate in both places that night was twice the annual national average. The only other event of note on this day, the 16th of September 1925, was the birth of future Taoiseach and national hero, Charles J. Haughey. For those like myself who knew him best, the truth about Charles J. Haughey lies in his early life. To talk to his childhood companions is to reveal the tender, generous core of our great leader's heart.
Oh, little Charles Haughey. Sure, I sat next to him in high babies, I did, and a kinder, gentler, more thoughtful little lad you couldn't have wished to know, with the little blue eyes on him and the curly blonde hair, take my word for it. And in case anyone tells you different, that business with the pop guns and the jar of bullseyes, that was blown out of all proportion, so it was. Little Charles Haughey was my friend, let me tell you, and a more saintly child I have never met.
He was a hero in the schoolyard, he really was. There was always a gang of lads hanging round him, wanting to be his friend, and everyone loved telling him things. Whenever we'd hear something, the first thing we'd think about would be to tell Charlie, and he'd toss his jet black hair and look at you with those big brown eyes of his. And you knew then you were his special friend. I mean, I was one of those who knew all about the pop guns and the jar of bullseyes, when no one else knew. Sure, didn't I sit next to him in senior infants?
Yeah, there was something about him, you know. I don't know if it was those green eyes and that shock of red hair that was so striking. Like, he was a little lad, all right, but still, something that made you want to say, what would you like us to do for you, CJ? And funny enough, when I was sitting next to him in first class, I remember he said to me, Fatso, he said, there's something I'd like you to do for me. And he gave me a packet of wine gums. I can't quite remember what the little favour was now. It was something to do with popguns and a few bullseyes. but I know I was only too delighted to do it for him. He was such a good friend.
But it is true to say that not everyone, it seemed, had been a friend of young Charlie's.
Hello. You wanted information on Charlie Haughey's school days? Well, I can give you information, all right. I can tell you the real story behind the popguns and the jar of bullseyes, and more. Come alone tomorrow night.
But when I arrived on the scene, the interview did not go quite as expected.
Charlie Haughey is my hero. In school I could not have asked for a more steadfast, loyal companion. He helped me with my homework, and when I was being bullied, he protected me. Even at the age of 6, he was a natural leader.
But perhaps the most graphic and affectionate account of this boy, who would be Taoiseach, comes from his early teacher, Sister Bonaventura Xavier, who remembers this incident.
And Nisha vocally, Cunis. Now this is very serious. The other day, one of you went into the confessional while Father Fitzgerald was out and listened in to the secret and holy confessions of some of the colony from the Lady of the Blessed Flower of Dollymountstrand Convent. Now this is a very serious crime. I want the boy who did it to step forward.
Sister.
Cahallo, yucky, surely it wasn't you did this terrible thing.
Oh, no, of course not, sister. I merely wish to express my horror at such an action and to say I would never be party to such activity, and I think the boy responsible should be severely punished for such an awful crime.
Go hanawa achahal. You are a credit to your class, Charles.
So, sister, tell us, you never found out who it was, did you?
Of course, no one owned up then, but strangely enough, later that day, little Charles came in to see me with a schleeveen of a fella called Shawning dragging after him.
Sister.
Cade Cahala Store, what can I do for you, Charles?
Well, sister, I think I personally have found out the whole truth about the confessional business.
Well, aren't you the great little lad?
Thank you, sister. It seems that little Shawning here was wholly and entirely to blame, and I've advised him as a friend that the only right and appropriate thing to do is to come forward and admit his sole guilt. Isn't that right, Shawning?
Yes, sister. I went into the confessional and eavesdropped. I was alone. I thought up the whole idea myself. But no one was with me or knew anything about it. It was my fault and my fault only. I am the guilty one, only me. Please punish me, sister.
Well, I certainly will. And Mahan Vuchel Charlie Haughey for your great work.
Wasn't that amazing all the same, sister?
He was an amazing little boy. He really was. He could have been Pope, you know, if he wanted. But in the end, Rome's loss is Ireland's gain.
Boss, where are you? Boss, hey, come in there with that. You get your letter cold. Boss.
Hello? What?
PJ, boss, it's me, PJ. Now, come on, back into the house, boss. I've got some lovely fresh straw for you in your cell, your room. You're sweet, boss.
I've been looking at the deer gambling, PJ. I'm giving them names, you know.
That's lovely. That's a lovely idea, boss. So, it names like Rudolph, isn't it? Phantom and Bambi and things.
No. I'm calling that one. See that one there?
Yeah.
Albert.
That's lovely.
And that's Garrett over there. And see that one with the funny head?
Yeah.
That's Desi.
I see.
We might go hunting tomorrow, Maureen.
No, it's PJ, boss. Maureen's the other one. The love of your life, boss.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yes, some more, PJ. Looking at those little deer gambling, I remember my own salad days of youth and joy. Although although, of course, a stallion would probably fit the picture more.
Oh, indeed, boss, yes. But as it happens, I've just got to that section of the biography. First love. Any little secrets you'd like to reveal, boss? Any juicy bits? Well, there have been rumours, as you know.
Have there? Really?
Well, yes.
It's all so long ago, PJ.
Well, no, I think back, though, boss. Go on, for your old friend, PJ, huh? To that first time, huh?